KUAM TVH, first on Guam.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Hafade, I'm Matsuki Hirayama. Welcome to KUAM News Weekend Edition. So glad you could join us. A police investigation into Tuesday's deadly crash in Manilao is ongoing. The crash claiming the life of a man who collided into a trash truck on Route 15. The village mayor offering his condolences and admitting how that stretch of road is dangerous. Destiny Cruz has a story.
Route 15, many know as the back road to Anderson Air Force Base, claimed another life this past week.
That area is prone for accidents, and it's unfortunate that another life was taken in our roadways, especially in that particular area.
Investigators say a man driving a Pathfinder heading north collided into a trash truck just before noon Tuesday. The crash causing a mess, forcing drivers to be turned around. The driver in the Pathfinder died on his way to the hospital. The trash truck driver got away with minor injuries.
I want to send prayers to the family of the both that were involved, especially the one that is deceased.
Manilao Mayor Alan Ngakta admitting to KUAM that this roadway is bad.
Most especially Route 15, where it's a two-lane, and that sets a strip. Some people, of course, their speed can be a factor as well. My concern is that the individuals or people that traverse to that road be more vigilant and around their surroundings and kind of slow down.
Ngakta recalls at least 20 deadly crashes on this road alone since he's been the Manilao leader.
It's concerning, most especially some people or even the residents that are drive to that area. They're concerned as well because the area, which is people normally speed, even pedestrians as well. In the past, you've heard of pedestrians getting hit, so I just want to stress that again about being mindful when they're driving back in that stretch of area.
He adds that he is in talks with the Department of Public Works to make Route 15 safer, to include add striping. He also suggests the area get better lighting. Destiny Cruz, KUAM News.
He's one target the feds investigated for alleged corruption and drugs. Retired Guam police officer and former FBI task force member John Boom Mantanonia is back in court this week. He faces charges of obstructing justice by endeavoring to influence a juror and conspiracy to distribute meth. As we reported, the federal investigation involved at least 2 other high-ranking police officers. Neither have been charged. Guam Police Chief Stephen Ignacio previously told KUAM he would have his internal affairs look into the case. Meantime, Mantanonia will appear in the District Court of Guam on February 16th before Magistrate Judge Michael Bordalio. A murderer remains on the run tonight. Police heading into their 3rd week of trying to track down the suspect who killed retired Army veteran Jason Sasuiko. Here's your crime of the week.
He was a decorated Army recruiter, retired from the Guam National Guard. Now local authorities head into week 3 of a manhunt to find whoever murdered Jason Sasuiko. On the morning of January 24th, conservation officers with the Department of Agriculture calling it in. Sasuiko's body, said to be badly decomposed, found in a jungle area off Route 15 in Jigo, near the entrance to the Raceway Park. He suffered blunt force trauma, and the chief medical examiner who performed the autopsy ruled his death a homicide. Several hours into the investigation, Guam Police spokesperson Officer Berlin Sevilla put out a call to the community asking for information to help them solve the case.
It is identified as a frequent trail area where hunters come out and hunt for wildlife, right? With that being said, our officers came and made their assessment on what was being reported and had, of course, activated our criminal investigation division. They came out and they assumed this case, and we are actively trying to find out more information on this death investigation.
Jigo Mayor Anthony Sanchez also stunned after getting the call about the gruesome discovery.
Shocked because I don't think there was any report of any missing persons, from Gigos, that as far as I know, that, from that area.
Susuiko's body was found with his ID on him. Since investigators confirmed his identity, the Guam National Guard issued this response. We offer our prayers for strength and support to the family and friends of Jason Susuiko during this difficult time. Susuiko's brother, Tomas Calvo, sharing, as we remember the love and happy memories of Jason's life, all that we ask as a family is for your grace and prayers throughout this difficult time. Detectives still looking for clues to help lead them to Susuiko's killer. Anyone with information is asked to call police immediately or report it to Guam Crime Stoppers.
Now to a success story out of Rainbows for All Children Guam, the organization set up to help those struggling with emotional trauma. KUAM's Julianne Hernandez introduces us to a man who says he didn't let his tough childhood experiences stop him from being the best father he can be.
Meet Marine veteran, husband and father of two, Keone Kim.
Not only did it give me an outlet or a way to express myself, like later on in life,
He's recalling the time he was a young boy from Tamuning, involved in Rainbows for All Children Guam.
it probably subconsciously helped me be able to manage my own feelings once I started, going into adulthood and, taking personal growth classes, not realizing that I even took personal growth classes as a young child.
The organization has helped thousands of children since 1987 get through difficult moments in their lives, including Keone. You see, Keone's childhood past is in no way unique from others. He came from a broken home. His mom and dad divorced when he was only 7 or 8. Though even at such a young age, Keone still remembers the day dad took his belongings and left.
Usually I watch TV when I come home from school, and then the upstairs TV was gone. So it's basically like, hey, so I called my mom and was like, hey, what happened to the TV? And she basically said, well, when I get home, I'll explain. And then that's basically how I came to find out that my parents were splitting up. And I remember, I locked myself in my upstairs bathroom because I was really mad about what was happening, and thinking it was probably something that I did.
He blamed dad for leaving, and the sudden separation leaving Keone with emotional scars. That's when he was referred to attend Rainbows for All Children. It's there Keone learned how to express his feelings in a positive way, doing activities like journaling. He also learned how to forgive his dad.
I told my dad it is what it is. I mean, I know we can't go back in time and change the past. My dad didn't want to not spend time with me. It was just hard for him to realize that, when he would pick me up for visitation and all that, that it was hard for him to pick me up. And then what I didn't know was that it broke, it kind of broke his heart every time that he dropped me back to my mom, which I didn't realize at the time.
Keone spent even more time with his father during the holidays. Dad had fallen terminally ill, so he was there to help take care of him. On January 22nd, Keone said his goodbyes. His dad had passed away. Another tough life moment. Keone thinking back to his time with Rainbows for All, the techniques he learned, and the day the organization's executive director, Marie Holleran, told his dad this.
For my dad to be told by Ms. Holleran, like, if you're going to promise to pick up your son, you got to go and be there. I know it hurts for you, but you also, if you're going to say you're going to be there for your son, you need to, show up and do this stuff.
Showing up is what he does for his family and sharing his story to children faced with similar situations.
I believe it should be, in my opinion, offered to every school that wants to have it, and it would benefit every child or even middle school or high schooler that is going through something in their life.
For more on Rainbows for All Children Guam, go to KUAM.com. Julianne Hernandez, KUAM News.
Thanks, Julianne, for that story. Well, in other news, a student-led orchestra filling the Home of the Night's Gymnasium with Gratitude Sunday evening is a tribute concert dedicated to our COVID-19 frontline heroes. Here's more.
A gift of music to thank those who went above and beyond the call of duty during the pandemic. The St. John School Triam Music Honor Society students hosting a tribute concert for frontliners last Sunday. Head of school Pat Bennett shares, each year her students put on a benefit concert to fundraise for a charitable cause.
But this year, after not being able to have it for, 3 years, they wanted to do one as a tribute to the people who worked so hard during the pandemic.
The students' choice to turn this year's benefit concert into a tribute concert, a special moment for both frontliners and performers.
It was something that I wanted to do for at least people on our island, because in the past our benefit concerts have gone towards charities that are international and in the mainland. So I just wanted to make sure that before I left, there's at least one that I had to appreciate for the people on our island.
Tri-M President 12th grader Blaze Ramos dedicating his performance to his godmother, registered nurse Relita Smilo.
The concert honestly warmed my heart. I didn't expect it to be that grand and that appreciated. And so I really thank you, Blaze. Honestly, it was well put together, and I wish there was more people that would be able to come and see the effort that St. John has put in for the past 10 years.
Leading up to the special performance, the student musicians dedicating their mornings to prepare for the show the past 2 months.
I'm usually up at around 6:30, and then I get here at around 7, and then we practice until 8:10, and that's about twice a week, and then before the concert it's about 4 times a week.
11th grader bass guitar player Isaac Campos says it was early mornings well spent.
I feel good giving back to the community, and then also a way of thanking the frontliners for everything they did for us.
The nights sharing the stage with musical groups Una Voce Choir and jazz band Exothermic Reaction. It's also the last concert for St. John's seniors before they graduate. But with a final performance of Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, it's a song of hope as the island continues to recover.
A Rhoda artist is bringing the island's stories to life and out on public display, painting storefronts, abandoned buildings, and utility posts to highlight the culture and history. Regional correspondent Tomas Maglonia has the story.
I had a passion for, reviving our culture and our language, showing the youth, what our culture is all about.
Richard Maglonia moved to Texas and then Guam from his home island of Rhoda. The pandemic brought his family back to the island in search of safety from the virus. He works as a full-time artist after retiring from the Sinamay government. He began painting, carving, and making jewelry in 2003. Recently, he brought the island's stories to the streets, painting storefronts, buildings, and utility poles to highlight the culture and history.
My thought is always, to try to highlight our culture, our flora and fauna, on Rhoda. So it's either our trees or flowers or anything that deals with our culture.
He was hired by the former mayor to beautify Song Song Village and its streets. Local drivers are known to wave at each other throughout the island, and each piece has its own unique story.
Also, the area where I'm painting, I kind of look at what is appropriate for that area, or if there's a story behind that area.
One painting features a Chamorro woman pounding medicine. He says he painted that image because many local healers lived in that area. He wants to honor the past, but also speak to the next generation.
I wish for is for our youth, to look at those paintings and kind of reminisce or remember back the times that the original people were that were here. So kind of to inspire them to get back and do something to show their culture and perpetuate our culture and language.
Tomas Maglonia, KUAM News, Rhoda.
Now time for a quick break, but keep it here. You're watching Weekend Edition.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Welcome back. Here's the newest inductee to the Culture Club.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanum, the freshest bottled water made in Guam.
My name is Taka James. It's short for Takaquita, but Taka because it's easier. And I'm born in Chuuk. I came here in 1994, and Guam has been a home to me since then. I'm a full-time photographer. However, I did start off as a... With that, I gained experience for 15 years, so I believe it helped me a lot in being able to be more comfortable and venture out into something new. All the quality time that me and my little sister spend, like for example, if we decide to go down south on a Sunday, then instead of just going down and like killing time or whatever, I usually use that time to be able to, make them pose, or I'll pose, just kind of have that fun time together. I love photography. I actually didn't know I would be doing this, but because of the result that I get out of it, it makes